with that, we'll take your questions. We'll start with Associated Press, Tarkot.
Hi, General Ryder. I wondered if you could give us an update on the troop deployments to the border, confirming reports that the first tranche of soldiers are arriving at the border now, and any sort of update you can give us on their bed down, what roles they'll have.
Thanks, Tara. So my understanding is that those troops, an element of those troops, should begin arriving soon. I'd refer you to NORTHCOM for the specific timing of that. In terms of the types of activities, we've talked before about they'll be providing additional ground detection and monitoring capability, warehouse support, data entry. Again, they'll be there in support of Customs and Border Patrol. They will not be conducting any type of law enforcement activities. My understanding is that some of those troops will be operating near El Paso, Texas, but again, I'd refer you to NORTHCOM for any additional details. And a key point there is that they'll be there in support, again, of CBP. So really, CBP are going to be the ones to ultimately determine the disposition of those forces because they're there in support.
And just a further clarifier, because there is some interest in this, they will have no role at all in interacting with migrants. And then as far as a ballpark number of this first tranche, in the hundreds?
Yeah, that is correct. They are not there in any way to be interacting with migrants. We are talking hundreds in terms of the first tranche, but again, NORTHCOM will be able to provide additional details. Let me go to Jen.
Thank you, General Ryder. Do you expect that the 90-day window that has been given for these troops to go to the border is going to be extended? Has there been a request from DHS to extend that window? And do you expect more troops, more than the 1,500, to be either requested or on their way to the border?
Yeah, as of right now, no change to what we've previously announced in terms of a 90-day temporary deployment. As always, we maintain ongoing discussions within the interagency with DHS. I'm not aware of any additional formal request at this time, but again, we'll continue to stay in close contact. But yes, right now it is 90-day temporary deployment in support of DHS.
And what is the message that these troops are sending to those on the other side of the border who may consider crossing in the coming days?
Well, again, when it comes to border security, DHS has the lead for the federal government. So in this case, as we've talked about before, they needed assistance performing some of those backshop type requirements so that they could focus on the law enforcement aspect of this. Thank you. Tony?
I want to go back to the